You can't hear me? Hey,
Yay!
hey, could you hear me?
It's like a little low.
Yeah, it's a little low.
It's okay. Whoa,
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 whoa.
whoa! There goes my TV. All right.
It's a
Can you hear
little
me?
low, but I can't see you. I can see you fine now. What's happening? I'm
Is that
trying to do
good?
this. I'm trying to do this outdoors, you
Oh
know?
my God, you're so lucky there. But I
I
couldn't think of a
know.
better place for you to heal.
I know. Where are you?
I'm in the city.
Okay, and I see you outdoors exercise. Where are you doing your outdoor activities?
I'm just going to the park, like,
Yeah,
socially distancing and trying
yeah.
to, wear a mask and be respectful.
So you got
But,
to do.
I'm still trying to, abide. It's very hard
I
because,
know.
it's like
I
there's
know.
so many great platforms out there to shoot in, and people kind of look at,
I'm like ready to tap back and push up like right now. Like I could just like
yay.
bounce back. How is it not having a live audience for you?
It's weird.
It's weird,
It's
right?
really weird.
I
And,
feel like
I've
I'm
never
missing.
been one. I've never been one to do in-home content or shoot it or, shoot my daily routine. And it took me like a few weeks to get used to it.
Yeah,
But, now it's like becoming part of my daily routine and it's really fun.
yeah. I find because it's the same thing. I feel like if I see 30 patients in a day, it's like I'm on stage. It motivates yourself in your own life when you have that live connection, and it's
Yeah.
definitely tougher to do that virtually. I mean,
Yeah. Like
I
if this would have happened like 20 years ago when we didn't have any technology, we would all be screwed.
Yeah, that's true. But 20 years ago, we were a lot less populated, and it probably wouldn't have spread like rapid fire either. Sadly, you
That's
know,
true.
it all comes with it. Are you going to give us any secrets on what's going on at over at Soul? I mean, I got an email of them prepping everything to try and make it
Yeah.
appeasable for people. You
I
know,
mean, we're doing everything we can. We are working with doctors and scientists on how
yeah,
to quickly turn over a room. It's just there's a lot, but what we figured out, I think, will work. And even if we have to go back to that every other bike, I think it's going to
yeah,
be okay. At least we can get people in the room because we
yeah,
sent out an email to see what people were feeling, and everybody wants to come back safely.
absolutely.
As a teacher, though, like, do I wear a mask when I teach? Do I go back on the bike? Like,
I
it's,
know.
because I'm in everybody's face. So it's a little scary
Yeah,
to think
I
about,
know.
all those people at once, but
You know what? It's the
I
same
miss
thing
them.
as a doctor too. It is a science. It's exactly what you said. There is a science to getting back, and you don't want to get caught up in like fake science, doing things that are unnecessary or too restricting. I like, should I be in full surgical gown, or am I going to be okay in a mask? Do I have to wear a visor? Do I have to wear a hazmat suit? The good news is I'm not dealing with like open heart surgery. So again,
Mhm.
it's weird no matter what position you're in. I can't necessarily see you screaming at me about endorphins with the visor and the hazmat suit on. You know what I mean? Dopamine, serotonin. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be weird, but I would come and see you with a hazmat suit and a mask,
Oh,
no matter what. I would
what
risk my
me?
life.
You in the hazmat suit or me in the hazmat
I would
suit?
risk my life to get my Botox.
Yes, yes. Oh God, you know what? I think you are like one of the pioneers of so many different things, but most importantly in my life, just being one of those people that is like, it's okay to take care of yourself on the inside and yourself on the outside. They're actually
Yeah.
all related. And I think now all the things that you and I both commonly preach, they apply during COVID also. I have so many
Yeah.
patients calling me. They're like, they feel, they're putting on makeup and sometimes getting dressed as if they're going to work for them because
Yeah.
it's not
You
fun to be
should.
in sweatpants. Yeah, it's not fun to be in sweatpants for 2 months. And
No.
there's something about the serotonin and the dopamine and looking at ourselves and exercising and self-care that it makes it for us. You're not doing it for other people. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's really
saying?
important. I don't
And
like when I hear that people haven't showered in 4 days. It drives me
oh,
nuts.
no. And I'm like, I think I want to put on a suit and walk around my backyard a little bit.
Yeah, something. Well,
Uh,
what are you doing to like at least get some endorphin? Are you allowed to like work out?
I am. You know what? I made the mistake of, after I felt well enough to exercise a little bit, I had too high expectations of myself. I really tried to push myself. I was lifting weights, I was getting on my bike, and I was expecting too much of myself. I was doing the typical thing. And then I had a bunch of people yell at me and say, why don't you like pick up yoga again? You used to do yoga in your 20s. And I was always like, fucking hated yoga. I don't know why I did it. I think to pick up girls or something.
It's a little
And,
boring.
but you know what? I picked it up again and I'm doing it 2, 3 times a week. And it's like, it came in at the right time.
Yeah.
And it's stretching me out. It's allowing me to challenge myself without overdoing it. And I'm still getting on my bike and I'm still lifting weights. But you know what? I'm just motivating myself in a different way. And I think
Yeah.
it set the stage for a lot of other things, because we all have this sense of urgency, this sense of expectation about our daily lives. And of course,
Yeah.
we want that all back. But like, give yourself a fucking break. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
think
Everybody's trying to get answers from every,
yeah,
is like camp. When is school going back? Is it going back
yeah,
next year? And you kind of just have to surrender to, it is what
yeah,
it is. You can't fight it. You can't change it. Embrace the time. Like my sister lives in Santa Cruz and they are back now, back to kind of normal life. And so she went from 0 clients, she does hair, to she has 4 clients today. And she's like, I miss COVID. I miss quarantine.
oh,
It's like,
really?
appreciate the time. Yeah,
Oh,
appreciate
yeah.
it, because you know what? It's going to be over soon and everyone's going to go back to that grind we were all in, and pushing
Yeah,
hard and making up for lost time,
yeah,
and forgetting about self-care, forgetting about their morning routines in home before they go out.
yeah,
And, you just have to embrace it. And I don't think I'm going to lose doing my in-home things when we go back, because I really
yeah.
love them.
Well, you prioritize them, and so do I. But there was that sense of urgency, getting in that exercise, getting in my meditation twice a day. It almost sometimes it just becomes like, and we have to motivate ourselves to realize, like, why do we do those things? You know what I mean? They're not like a chore, like just brushing your
Yeah,
teeth. We do them for a reason, to take ourselves out of the box. you know,
right.
and hopefully we'll go back. It'll be tough because a lot of people, they got to pay their rent, they got to put food on their table, they got to catch up, and I'm very curious to see how it settles in people's lives, because people don't like powerlessness. They really don't.
No,
You know,
no,
and I
at all,
think to
especially New
people,
Yorkers.
yeah. I mean,
I
I
think
was
our New
on
Yorkers
what?
are going more crazy than anyone else.
Yeah, I was on your Instagram, and you made that post about that group that works with mental illness, right?
Yeah,
And a
NAMI.
lot of people, NAMI, and a lot of people are suffering right now. I know a lot of people, people with addiction and home abuse and a whole lot of other list of problems. It's like the volume's being turned up right now for people. You know what I mean? The tension is bringing it, and it's tough to lose that sense of power and control. And there's going to be a lot of pieces to pick up, I think, for a lot of people when this is over. Um, I
Yeah,
sp-
I agree.
I spoke to a good friend of mine who's an executive in the alcohol industry, and as much as they expected business to go down, they were up 50% this April over last year.
Isn't
I
that
mean,
crazy?
it
Like
it's
it
crazy.
made in-home fitness just skyrocket. Like I'm
Yeah.
so happy for Mark at Obey. Like those
Oh,
guys
yes.
are crushing it.
Yeah.
It's
But
like a wonderful thing for some and really tragic for others.
yeah, I keep thinking that, I see people, all they're doing is baking and eating. I keep thinking there's going to be like a run on liposuction in 6 months or something. You and I are both going to have a lot of work to do. you
We're going to
know,
be really busy this summer, I think. I
I
think
know.
this summer, I want to do like some boot camps outside, spread out so I can get a lot of people at once with, space. And I think people are going to be working out a lot more with their kids
Yeah, they're going to
because
have to. They're going to have
there's
to.
no camp. Camp's not happening.
I know. I know. Wow. That's right. No
Imagine
camp.
that.
I know. It is so busy out here right now.
Yeah.
It's like a Wednesday in August. But when you're in your home and you're relaxing, thank God there's like zero social pressure. There's nothing you have to do. And my wife, she loves just being a homebody. She's like gardening right now. She's
So
like,
cool.
she's like loving it. She's like, I don't have anywhere I have to do a drive-by to. I don't have to like do anything. It's like, it's all good. It's tough to get her to go to the barn like a block away.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And imagine like this summer when it gets to be even busier when everybody decides to go. It's going to be mayhem.
Yeah. So I guess a lot of the gyms and SoulCycles and places, they're on like that stage 3 or 4 of the opening, right? They'll hopefully maybe by the end of June, maybe they'll be able to
I
open.
hope so. The date keeps getting pushed, so I'm just like waiting.
Yeah.
Just
What's
waiting.
going on? You're working on Honeycomb now, right?
Yeah, it's just a free platform that offers free content for people, which is so cool. As it gets, some trajectory, more trainers will come on, famous trainers from around the world. And it's just another portal for people to put content on, for people to gravitate toward movement and, and feeling good. And, we have so many instructors at SoulCycle that are going live with their workouts. So by the time mine comes back around, it's like, 3 weeks to get everybody's workouts there. So I needed like another place for free for people to go. So
people are going to be pissed when they have to start paying again to work out, aren't they?
It's true.
Have you spoken to Sarah Raggy recently?
Oh yeah, we talk every day. We're going to bring the Way 6 back. We're bringing it back in June. With me being here and her being out there, it doesn't work as a podcast because we have to be in the same room. But we're trying to figure it all out.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah. Like so many things. So many people are like doing puzzles, or they're doing, Instagram bingo, or, treasure hunts, or they're reading a book with their family. There's so many different things people are doing. It's fascinating.
And
right?
no one's going to be traveling this summer, which is like good and bad.
And if you travel, apparently you're supposed to travel within the US.
Oh, really? I don't even know. I'd be afraid to get on these airlines. I don't know. Bailout airlines. I'm a little worried about that. Forget about the COVID,
I just traveled and it was really creepy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went to Santa Cruz last week. I went for 10 days, and then I drove 6 hours to LA in a car because I didn't want to fly from San Francisco to LA.
I got to hear about this. Tell me about the experience.
When I flew, I wore surgical scrubs, a mask, a beanie, and gloves, and I did the whole wipe down.
Wow. The
whole wipe down. Took my clothes off, put them in a bag, and then got in the car with fresh clothes.
Wow. How busy?
But there was no one.
No one on the airplane?
No. I mean, maybe 50 people.
Wow.
And no middle seats on. JetBlue is not selling the middle seat.
Okay. And were people wearing masks?
Yeah, everybody.
Including the staff of the airplane?
Yeah. And the captain came out and said, thank you for flying in a mask. It was really funny. There was no one in the airport at all.
God. Was the culture in California different than in New York? Because I keep speaking to my friends from LA, and it seems very different. I mean, just the nature of the beast.
Well, Santa Cruz only had 111 cases when I went.
Oh my God.
And 2 deaths. So it was like literally the safest place in America to be.
Yeah.
So, but the locals are so mad because all the people are coming from the city over the hill to come to the beach because they're not working, and they're just not being respectful. And they're like, it's really bad.
Yeah. I'm fearful of that in New York at some point too, because, New York is like such a hub for all the suburbs, and people come into the city. I mean, people come from all over to see you and me. They're not just like Upper East. Everyone thinks that like all my patients are from the Upper East Side and they're fancy people. And I would say less than 15%. I mean, people like drive in from Jersey to go to your Upper East Side class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
So,
and what about summer houses that people get, that live in Florida, or they live, in Arizona, and they come to the Hamptons for the summer? I don't know if Airbnb or if people are renting their houses. I have no idea.
It's packed out here, and everyone has already kind of moved out. because kids aren't in school, you know,
Right.
and they're out here. It's tough to find a rental. But, you know, I'm just concerned about, like, is the density of Manhattan in 6 months, a year, going to be as sustainable as it was 6 months ago? Because there's no question that there's a problem with the density of New York
Right.
compared to other
Yeah.
cities in the US. And the fact of the matter is, I mean, I know a lot of people that are like, I'm moving to LA. I'm moving out to the Hamptons full time. I'm going to Georgia. I'm going to,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
I think it's going to clear out a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I know, and you've been in New York for many years as well, even as early as even in like the mid 90s, there's a different density. You can go from uptown to downtown pretty quickly. It just doesn't. You know, we're aging ourselves here, but like in the good old days of New York, you could like bounce around pretty easily, right?
Yeah. I like that there's no cars on the road on
Yeah.
Park Avenue, or, you know, it's like there are no cars on Park Avenue.
Yeah.
Like no one's driving there. Madison Avenue empty.
Yeah.
It's so creepy to walk down the streets and all the stores are closed and boarded up. It's like a ghost town.
Yeah. Today, it didn't feel that way. I keep looking at all these cars. I'm like, where are these people going? You know what I mean? You know, but we do want our studios filled one day, and I like to keep my office busy one day. And you want New York to continue to be a hub. The problem is, you know, if in a year from now people don't feel comfortable to go to theater, to go downtown, to go to a class that they want to go to the museum, well, then what's it worth living in New York? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. New
You
York's going to
know?
get hit really hard, I think.
Yeah. And it, you know, it's
Really
coming
hard.
down slowly. I mean, we shall see. I bet you're selling a lot of your hand wash.
Yeah, the hand wash is doing well, I must say. But skincare line, 3 months before COVID was, you know, the timing of that was
Trust me,
so bizarre.
starting a skincare line ever is a big endeavor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's been a lot.
the
I
good
definitely learned a lot.
oh my God, there's going to be a lot in antiseptic. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hand sanitizer is going to be a big one.
So are you going to be are you going to work on your second book at some point? What's going on?
Yeah, it's already works. We're going with Little Brown Publishing, Dr. Michael
Great.
Bruce and I. The book's called Exhausted.
Oh,
So yeah, we started already.
what's the theme?
It's happening. It's basically, you know, Dr. Michael Bruce came up with the chronotype for sleep.
Okay.
So we're doing a chronotype for fitness.
Okay.
So you'll be able to take a quiz and figure out what your best workouts should be, what time they should be at, when they should be, and then you match that with your sleep chronotype.
Yeah.
And then Sarah's actually going to do a nutrition piece in there.
Huh.
So it's basically sleep, eat, train, repeat. It's going to be another manual. But this one has a lot of good sleep stuff, which is something we all need. But I think everyone's sleeping a lot more now.
You know what's crazy? The only side effect I have left over of COVID is that I am sleeping 9.5 to 10 hours a night. Like a teenager. I mean, it's crazy. At like 8:30, I'm like, I'm out. I'm done. And I get up at like 6 in the morning. So you reminded me, it almost sounds like this sleep workout thing is almost like the intermittent fasting of sleep and exercise. You're coordinating your exercise based on sleep cycles?
Yeah. Well, based on your personality type.
Oh, on personality type.
Personality type, how many hours of sleep you need, what you like to eat. It's basically, you know, we'll be able to tell you if you've been CrossFitting and it doesn't match your profile, you should probably find another sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically tailoring your personality type with your sleep chronotype and your diet.
Oh, that's very cool. That's wild, actually. I've never even heard of that before. Where's this doctor from?
It's never been done before.
Where's he? How did you meet this guy? What was
I
the
met
connection?
him. We were on the Fuel list together for Ariana Huffington, and I had always followed him. He's like Oprah's sleep doctor. He's just like the doctor.
Of course, Oprah has a sleep doctor. Of course.
I stalked him at the party, and I was like, I need to know you. I need you in my life. I follow you. I adore you. And he was like, oh, well, thank you. So we just stayed in touch over the years. And I said, let's write a book together. And he's like, let's do it. And we found a co-writer and a new publisher, and should be out the end after the election. December 2021.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do you still do, are you still intermittent fasting?
Yeah.
You are. And that's worked
Yeah.
out great for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just part of my life now. I
I've
don't
kind
even
of
think
gotten,
of it like as doing it. Like it's not like something I do. It's just the way it became who I am.
it just, yeah, it became who you are. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
gone like completely off the wagon. I lost 10 pounds in the 2 weeks I was sick, and then I gained 15 back. I'm like, you know, Dunkin' Donuts and like cooking and that, and I'm like, whoa. But you know what? I feel good. You know,
Yeah.
I needed that kind of splurge. And I always said, I was telling my dad this, I was like, I know that I'm getting healthy because I'm now aware of what I'm putting in my body again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
aware of my workouts and my sleep where I was just trying to catch up before. And it's just interesting how there are certain signals when you know you're healthy and when you're not healthy, whether it's sleep or nutrition or exercise or the way you feel about the way you look. There are just certain signals that you have. I always say, you know, it's a blessing to be vain because it means you're healthy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
If you,
but you didn't have 10 pounds to lose, dude. You were like,
no, no, I did not. I
you
did
were
not.
already fit.
I was really scrawny, but it came back pretty quickly. But you know, I was like, when you start caring about those things again, it's a sign of recovery. So that's good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you back. I'm gonna get you back on because my book's coming out on July 7th. So
Yes.
we're gonna do a whole nother
Oh, wow.
interview
It's going to be
series.
good.
Yeah,
Yes. Let's
I'm
do that.
very,
And
I'm very,
let's
I'm
do a
very.
fun distanced party for you.
Yes, that's right. Well, I'm hoping we could do a close party soon too. You know what I mean? We'll
I
all
know.
be. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But
I think we're
you
going
know,
to be fine.
you know, people are going to be motivated to see us. We're going to be motivated to see them, and we're going to make the
When
best
are
of it.
you taking patients again?
I'm actually booking patients for not this Monday, but the following Monday. After
Yay.
that,
In the
when we
city?
in the city, yeah, I'm not going to see patients. You know, that I may or may not see patients out here, but it's unlikely just because the whole PPE and the staffing. It's going to be difficult enough catching up. The good news is there are
Yeah.
people waiting for me, and I'm not going to be. I'm going to see patients 60, 70% volume. I can't just go back to full volume. Things have to be paced a certain
Right.
way. And we'll see if things keep on the trend. You know, a lot of doctors' offices are open now. I obviously want to wait a little longer and we'll start a little bit at a time. So hopefully in another 10 days, we'll start doing that and we'll take it from there and we'll see each other soon enough.
You need to learn how to do Botox with two hands
I
so you
know
can do them faster.
Diana keeps telling me I need to practice. You know, I need to practice again. I was in my office for the first time yesterday in like 7 or 8 weeks. It was weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
I did the same
Like,
thing. I had to go next door and it was like creepy. Doesn't it feel like there was like an earthquake or
yeah.
like you're going into
Yes.
your house after you haven't been after like a hurricane or something. Even though
Yeah.
everything was still there, just there was no energy.
Yeah.
No
But
energy at all on anything in the
I
room.
had it in me. I had the energy in me. I was like, I turned on my lasers, I calibrated things, and I got that excitement back. It's like if you walk through the studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could hear the people screaming even in a quiet room. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I walked
The
through the
bikes
room
next
and
door, they're crying. They're ready.
they're ready, right? They
They're ready.
calibrate. They got to oil up the wheels a little bit, right?
Yeah. Thank God they're magnetic.
I know, right? All right, Stace. It's so good to see your face.
Good to see you too, love.
I
I can't
love
wait to
you.
see you in
I know.
next Monday.
That's right. I'll practice for you, okay?
All right, love.
I love you.
Bye.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.